Welcome to Naked Real Estate, the barrier-free experience. My name is John Su. I'm here today with Paul Fonzo, president of Welcome Homes, and today's topic is, what are some unreasonable things to expect from a brand new home or the warranty that comes with it that cause common problems? Paul?
Well, I guess my biggest pet peeve is when I sell a new home, homeowners expect perfection. And one thing that I like to stress is I strive for perfection, but we're building a product in Alberta with dry weather, harsh winters, and these products are on site and assembled by regular people. It's not like buying a brand new car where it's done in controlled environments, in factories with robots and perfectly baked heating rooms for painting. So you're going to have to expect a little bit of variation in color and finishes. Now, huge problems of mine are where a homeowner wants a small little paint defect fixed and expects me to paint the whole wall. Now, it's not really warranted, and only under special circumstances will I do that. But I guess the big thing that I'd like to stress is, number one, expect imperfections, and number two, educate yourself. Before the walkthrough, read performance guidelines and...
Found on a website, yeah?
Yes, Government of Alberta, and typically your warranty provider, who your builder uses, will have their own website and have these performance guidelines on those websites with also proper maintenance after you move into your home to prevent any other deficiencies or issues from coming up.
Most bigger builders have that binder that they give you for maintenance, right?
Kind of overwhelming, and a lot of people don't really read them. The ones on the warranty websites are actually really good because they're small.
Like new home warranty, progressive warranty, those companies?
Blanket home warranty, new home, there's countless. They all should have them on their website. And they are standardized throughout Alberta, so everybody's under the same guidelines. Doesn't matter which builder you go through or which warranty provider you go through. Everybody has the same guidelines, performance guidelines that they use.
Okay, fantastic. So what are some other things? Like, I think a big thing for a lot of home buyers is cracks in concrete.
Yeah. Cracks in concrete are normal. There's going to be shrinkage. Concrete's mixed with water. Water evaporates and the concrete's going to shrink as it's curing. So they are normal. Now, cracks in floors, anything 1/8 and under is normal. I would just suggest sealing it with a caulking, and that should be good. If it starts getting bigger, over 1/8, talk to your builder. Some structural reinforcing or a new concrete pour to fix the problem might be warranted. And
are horizontal cracks in the basement bad? Somebody told me that horizontal cracks are the bad ones. Vertical ones are normal.
Horizontal cracks in foundation walls are very bad.
So it's going this way. If this is your wall, it's going this way, not this way.
Yeah, just imagine there's rebar inside the concrete to hold it together. If it was placed improperly or there was a major ground shift, a horizontal crack will develop. Vertical cracks, they are normal. They only should be hairlines. 3/16 of an inch and smaller is normal. And when you see a crack, try to seal it with a regular caulk. Sometimes you might have to go to the next level with an epoxy injection. I know it kind of scares people, but there are countless companies in and around Edmonton that will show you how to do it. It'll only cost you a couple $100s rather than bringing in a contractor for a few $1,000s. But your builder, if it's still under warranty, should be taking care of that. Like I said, anything under 3/16 is good. Now, the scary thing is you won't see the cracks because your basement's going to be insulated and vapor barriered. So look on the outside where the parging is done. And
what's parging, if people don't know what parging is?
Parging is just a concrete coating that goes on the foundation wall for aesthetic purposes, just so you're not looking at a concrete bare wall.
Is it that black tar stuff that they spray out?
No, that's waterproofing. That goes below grade. The concrete parging is above grade on where the concrete's exposed. And it's just an aesthetic thing.
Oh, so just kind of like pull out the vapor barrier, pull out the insulation, and look at that.
The best thing to do is just make sure your builder does a thorough inspection before the vapor barrier and frost walls and insulation are put into your basement. And those are typically done at the end of the build.
Okay, great. So in terms of, I guess, say for example, if there's major issues, say there's a pipe that's not connected and then there's major damages because the water went through the house. Is that something that is a reasonable fix, or where the cost of fixing something is so much that they don't want to do it, or the client wants the whole wall painted? What's an unreasonable request from a consumer to expect from a builder?
Well, paint deficiencies and tape marks. We're joining drywall together with a product that shrinks, dries, and sunlight can show imperfections. You just got to understand, under normal viewing conditions, no flashlights, no going within 6 inches and rubbing, and a good thing for your builder to do is keep the original paint that he used to paint the house. That way touch-ups can be done and look better. If you go and get the paint codes and grab new paint, it's never exact, and you're going to see the difference. And when that comes, then you're going to have to paint the whole wall to hide it. So a good rule of thumb, try to make sure your builder leaves you the exact paint he used to paint the house.
And they usually do that. It's pretty standard. What about sometimes I see in builders' homes, brand new home, and then for some reason there was like a couple of pieces of wood in the center of the floor that have a big dent in them or something, and the builder just wants to take a crayon basically and color over. Is it unreasonable to expect him to replace that piece of wood in the center of the room?
No. If there was a big gouge in a piece of hardwood, and again, it comes down to the individual homeowner. Is it really going to bother you?
Yes, it is. It's a brand new home, guy.
If it's a brand new home, well, I'm
Come
talking
on, right in the middle, like a big
in the middle.
thing.
If it's a big gouge, I know hardwood installers that charge $50 a board to remove a piece of hardwood in the middle of the room and pull it out. Now the problem comes when you use a click system and a laminate, and you have to rip off the baseboard, start at the wall, and work your way back. There are laminate touch-up kits, but is it unreasonable? No. A builder should be protecting his floors. It's a huge warranty concern here. He should be protecting his floors.
It's reasonable to tell him, fix that shit. I don't care if you got to take off half the floor.
Of course.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Because you know what? Sure, I know it's a lot of work, but I don't care. Not my fault what you have to do. You're supposed to give me a pretty close to perfect product, and something that damaged, that's not cool, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Yeah, okay, nice. So that is a reasonable request, even though it's a lot of work. Sometimes when you want something done by the builder, even if it's a lot of work, reality is not your freaking problem. If he's doing his job right, it wouldn't be there. And if it's a mistake, it's his house until you buy it. So he got to fix it and give you a perfect product.
Another point, they do have some new flooring, vinyl plank flooring, laminate flooring, under the click system, where you can remove an individual plank and replace it. They have tools for that.
Okay, but then the builder should know that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, something like that is a big enough deal that's not unreasonable, no matter how much work they got to do. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Welcome to